Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, making some really good trades. We can see that Bitcoin right now is back at $50,889. And right now, a lot of people are speculating that we could be, moving back down towards the downside, forming a similar pattern that we had back here. It's a little messy, but you guys get the gist of it, where we chopped sideways, came back down to some key support, and ran back into the top resistance right here, and then we came back down and then trended downwards all the way to the bottom of the resistance, kind of like what we're doing right here. We had a big liquidation wick, and then we bounced down to the support, and then we're coming back up to some key resistance. Now are we going to come back down and then eventually form a very large bullish divergence? As we can see right here, the price was moving downwards, but the RSI was getting stronger over time. Now this could definitely happen. It's a very, very realistic possibility, but don't wanna speculate too much. But right now we are getting rejected at the green box. We have a daily candle right here. We can see on the 4-hour time frame we are struggling to get above it. But if we do get a random pump towards the upside and we close above, then that would be very bullish. But for the time being, we can see that the RSI is a little bit topped out on the 4-hour time frame. So we could potentially maybe see some downwards pressure coming back down to maybe 49,100 and maybe test that as support. As we can see, this was proving to be a little bit of resistance right here, and then we came back up and then retested as a resistance once again, came back down to 48,100, and then we had a huge pump towards 50,700. Now entering in at 45,800 would have been a great point of entry, where you guys are basically the bottom of the resistance box at 46,300. Even if you entered here and then held your trade down towards these levels, you only be down to 1%, or depending on how much leverage you're using, you could be down 20%, 50%, 100%. But now we're up 9%, and that's like 9.84% since the bottom. So that's quite nice to see. On the daily time frame, we can see that the DBSI is running a bit, running out of steam a little bit. We can see that the VWAP is getting a little bit overextended now. We are still in some red money flow. We could definitely take maybe one more dip towards the downside before moving towards the upside. I could definitely see that happening. A bit of a cooling off period. And on the 4-hour time frame and the 1-hour time frame, we're getting a bit of red dots and some red X's, as we can see right here. We're getting a that's a weird one right there. Red X 21 on the top right there, and then a green candle to point towards the upside, and then once again another red X. So just pay attention to the larger time frames when that stuff starts to happen. We can see that we do have a red dot, so maybe a retracement down to 49,000 is actually warranted. It's very possible. I'm not saying we're going back down to zero, right? But a move towards the downside is very possible. I don't know why my arrows aren't here. I miss my arrows. There we go. I like drawing my lines with arrows. There we go. So yeah, we could definitely come back down to 49,100. At which point I would probably enter along from that point. And we could see that right now the markets are open for only a couple, maybe 30 more minutes, I believe, before they close for the day. The ONDA closes in 4 hours, but traditional markets are going to close in 1 hour for the Christmas season. It is the holidays. Happy holidays, everyone. We had a great year, and we're gonna have another great one in 2022. And right now we are below the 21 weekly moving average. So historically speaking, every time we have been below the 21 weekly moving average, we have a chance to be entering the bull market. As we can see in 2017, we were holding this as support the entire bull run, and then when we came back down, right, when we broke it and we came back up and we started testing it as resistance, we were in the bear market. Now people are, we've broken it already a couple times during this bull run. As we can see, we haven't even touched it the entire run up from 20,000 or 10,000 all the way to 66,000, and then now we come back down to 30,000, and we were below it. Now we're back up of it, trying to test it as resistance, and now we're underneath it once again. Now we're going to test it as resistance, as we are right now. As we can see, the resistance is at 51,746, so that could be some very strong resistance right there. So if we do get back above it, then that would be very bullish long term, or in the short term, I could say I'm bullish long term regardless of what happens. And right now we're up 14% since our spot buy at 44,663. We actually didn't even, technically the wick down pushed us into negative territory. but overall the daily closes were not below our buy. So ever since our buy, we're still in the green, even though we had a big reduction in our gain, but we are still up 14% on our spot buy. Obviously our VeChain investment not doing as well, down about, let's go take a look here, a little bit of an update for the Christmas for some Christmas time updates. We can see that we are down 21% on our trade, but this is a very long-term buy for me as well. On the spot market, I expect VeChain to come back up to even higher prices than it was before. So I'm not too worried about that. That's why I'm not looking at it too much, not really worried. And Ethereum actually doing very well at $4,081. We are actually above this line. Like I mentioned before, I said once we get to these levels, we might get rejected, which we did. We reached 4,074, and we ended up coming down to 3,900. I keep saying 1,000 for Ethereum, but 3,900 for Ethereum, and now we are back above it. So that's quite nice to see. We are actually holding nicely, and if we come back down to test 3,900 or $4,000 basically as support, then that was be very nice to see as well. And that from that point there, I think we have a really good chance of going back to 4,700. So something like this, where we come back test it as support, and then zigzag our way up, or step ladder our way up back to 4,700. There we go. I was able to say it without adding 1,000 there. But everybody knows that would be quite nice to see a $47,000 Ethereum. Everybody would love to see that. Also, we can see that ADA is actually struggling substantially compared to all the other altcoins. We can see that ADA actually came back down to $1.19, losing a bit of its gusto that it had before, during this big run up from, I believe, $1.05 all the way to $3.14. So that was a huge rally there. But right now, we can see that ADA is lacking a bit of a momentum for the time being. XRP doing even better. We actually came back up towards our yellow line right here at $1.01, getting rejected perfectly. Now we're back down to 93 cents. So this would have been a great short entry right here, down to 7%. So you guys could have made an amazing trade right there. We actually broke this downwards trend line, which is extremely bullish in my opinion. We actually could maybe come back up, test $1.05, get rejected, maybe back down to $1.01, and then maybe ultimately coming back up to $1.30 for XRP. So XRP is looking quite nicely. We're not going to do any analysis on Dogecoin, that we don't trade that too much, but Atom also looking quite nice. Doing a nice run up from $20 or $21 back up to $29. So that was a huge move for Atom right there, up over 34%. You guys could have made an amazing trade right there as well. And I believe that's all on the menu. That's it for the menu today. The fundamentals of inflation haven't changed too much. We haven't seen the worst yet. Some people are saying the worst is over. 2022 is it's going to be all fun and games. Have a sip of coffee. That's good coffee. And yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying the holidays, spending some time with the family, taking a step away from the charts, relaxing. I know I have been. And if you guys haven't already, definitely take some time off. It's good to relax, and we can see that right now on the EMA ribbons we are running into some resistance on the daily time frame. So for the short term, we can maybe get a rejection like we've seen before here, back towards some lower levels, but ultimately rising above and maybe forming a similar pattern that we did in the past. Anyways guys, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Make some really good trades. If this video was helpful, you guys can leave a like, subscribe, and if you enjoy the content, smash that bell notification so you get notified for the upcoming videos. If you haven't already, you guys should definitely join our Discord. Very nice community. Share our trades all the time. That's where I share my trades actually for free, no charge. And if you haven't already, you guys can sign up with BitGet, get $630 in bonus and a 10% deposit bonus. They're actually giving away a bunch of Christmas prizes, free iPhones, free iPads, and trading rebates. So definitely check them out, guys. Peace.